Hello and welcome to Eerie Earth. I'm your host Kieran, and tonight I've got the privilege of sharing with you the final episode of The Fallen. The Fallen is an audio drama mixed with detailed storytelling, based on a zombie apocalypse set in the city I love the most, Edinburgh. The Fallen started production a long time ago, back in 2010, where I originally wrote the story, and I never really knew what I wanted to do with it. Until last year during lockdown when I started Eerie Earth. Eerie Earth is a storytelling podcast where I tell scary stories, dark tales to enthrall the listeners. Last Halloween I wrote a story called The McKinley Haunting, which was a mixture between voice acting and storytelling. I thoroughly enjoyed making that episode, and I thought to myself, why don't I try making an audio drama? So work on The Fallen officially began. 10 episodes later, we have our full series. I can't thank the voice actors enough. There's no words in the English language to thank them enough, to show my gratitude for what they've done to The Fallen. They have brought my characters to life. They have brought the story to life, and they have made it what it is. And I know that they have got a lot of love for the project, and I know that they have thoroughly enjoyed it. But later on in this video, they're going to be telling you their views on The Fallen and how they have felt being part of it. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to pass you over to the cast of The Fallen, who will be telling you their views. Please enjoy the episode. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye for now.
Hi, this is Rick Oldroyd, and I play the role of Abbot in The Fallen. If you've been following the series so far, you'll know that Abbot is such a caring, compassionate character. You know, a genuine nice guy. I'm lying, of course. Abbot is, in a word, he's a total prick. You know. He's an absolute nasty piece of work, and it's been so much fun to play him. It's a great character, you know. He's not exactly the bad guy of the piece, but he's certainly out for himself and no one else. You know, he's doing everything based on what's best for him, and not what's best for the group, for everyone there. And it's been a huge amount of fun to play. I like to think that in real life I've got very little in common with him. I hope so. But that's what makes it so much fun. It makes it so much fun to be able to put on a different face and a different voice, and really get stuck into playing the gravelly old grumpy bastard that is Abbot, you know. And generally, in the project as a whole, it's just been fantastic to work on. Kieran's been fantastic to work with and for on this, and everyone we've worked with, you know, the whole cast, they're all a lot of fun. You know, we've had a lot of conversations and really gotten to know each other, and it's been a fantastic experience. And you know, I hope that we can continue working on projects in the future together. For now, without any spoilers, hopefully there will be a series 2 at some point that you guys can get stuck into again in the future. In the meantime, here we are with the final episode for now, and I hope you enjoy it, and just sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Megan Chase, and I have the pleasure of voicing Dani Cunningham in the audio drama series The Fallen. The Fallen has been a really important and very special project to me. Coming through this side of lockdown, I'm working to try and rebuild my performance experience and credits, and I knew it was going to be difficult to do, and when I got offered the part in The Fallen, I had no idea just how much of a blessing the entire experience was going to be to me. It's given me the opportunity to experience voice acting, which is something I haven't done much of before and have really enjoyed, and has given me the privilege to meet and become friends with and work with some incredibly talented and amazing people involved in this series that I look forward to working with for hopefully many years to come on various projects. It's been wonderful. This story has been brilliant. Every episode you become more and more entangled with the characters, and Dani is very close to my heart. She's become very special to me, and it's just been an amazing, wonderful experience, and I can't believe we're on the last episode of season 10 already. But yeah, here it is. I hope you enjoy The Fallen as much as we've enjoyed creating it. And if you're here for the first time, or you've followed since the first episode was aired, I just hope you really do enjoy it as much as we have. And keep your eyes and ears peeled. I am sure that the Fallen family in its various branches will have more projects appearing left, right and centre following this one. So it won't be the last you see or hear from us. And just to say thank you to everyone involved, Kieran for creating, developing and working so hard and giving us the opportunity to be a part of this experience and project, and to everybody involved, all the cast that have come in throughout the series so far. It's been really wonderful to meet and work with you all. Yeah, it's been amazing, and it was very emotional to record this last episode for me, and I can't wait to hear it all put together. So yeah, thanks for supporting us, and hopefully continuing to support us.
Hi everyone, I'm Saxon. I voice Pete Kirkman in The Fallen. Excuse the uniform, I'm just about to head off on my normal job. I just wanted to check in and say what an amazing experience it's been working on The Fallen. These 10 episodes have been so much fun to be a part of. This is my first voice acting role ever, so thanks a lot to Kieran for casting me and believing in me that I can do it all. It's all been so much fun and really eye-opening to how everything runs, because it's something I've wanted to get involved with in a long time. And I just wanted to say that the cast are fantastic as well. And thank you, everybody who's listening, whether you've been listening from the start or just recently come into it. We're very, very, very grateful to you all. I'm not good at these off-the-fly things, but thanks a lot to each and every person involved. It's been wonderful being a part of The Fallen. And I hope you're all having a good year. Yeah.
Previously on The Fallen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is an emergency broadcast. The dead are rising and feeding on the living. May I wish you good luck.
I knew it. I knew something was off. I told you, Olivia. I told you the other day that something was off.
I didn't think it would be like this.
Mum, we can't leave. The man on the TV told us we had to stay indoors. We will be safe if we stay inside. Whatever is going on out there, we will be safe in here.
No. He said if you can get to one of the checkpoints or transports to get there. I can't believe she's gone.
Mum, don't say that. I'm going to get you help. Come on.
On the ground! On the ground! Get on the fucking ground!
I'm Kirkham.
We're just supposed to believe that those things out there are zombies. And what? Leave with you and we all live like happily ever after.
Greetings. Welcome to Atlantis. The city in a sea of shit.
No, you don't understand. Everything's fucked. They're not letting anybody leave.
We look for survivors and we bring them here to a little piece of paradise, if you will. Now, we do not judge people for their circumstances, but I'd like to know how they got into their situation and what we can do to aid them further.
They're dead. And nothing's going to change that. They're just gone. Help!
Right. You're a Scottish soldier car. Up by your fucking boots, lad. Yous ended my life. I'll make you choke on the fucking rest of it!
Shit. Go, go, go! Dani, whatever happens, do not stop. Keep going. No buts. Just do it. Dani, I love you.
Only takes an hour. No wonder the city fell so flat.
Well, hello to you too. That was a bit rude, was it not?
Was you burned down in Atlantis.
What? No, these people. They came to my door, banging it, screaming for sanctuary.
It was not Cornwall. Jumped the guards at the gate. Opened there and allowed the deed in.
They made their way back through the city of the dead to the streets of Edinburgh's past.
Wait here. We don't want him to know that we're following him. What are you up to, Glenn?
Glenn?
Yeah, that's Abbot's real name, Glenn.
Why Abbot then?
God knows. Something to do with when he was in the army, apparently. I stopped listening after the 10th time he told everyone.
How the hell did he survive that fall? He must be really hurt.
Well, looks like he didn't get away unscathed. He's limping quite badly.
Pair followed their fallen comrade as he ran up the rest of the Royal Mile, and eventually Edinburgh Castle loomed in front of them. The ominous structure was plunged into darkness and watched over the city as if it were enjoying the destruction that lay at its feet. As Abbot ran past the Camera Obscura and reached the ramp leading to the gates of the castle, suddenly the silence was broken by the sound of a helicopter that flew overhead and was preparing to land. The couple watched as the helicopter came to a stop in the air and slowly started to descend, landing on the wet road leading to the castle.
What the fuck? I will bet you anything that is where he's going. Motherfucker. Come on, let's get closer.
They watched as Abbot's pace quickened when he saw the chopper. John, we really need to get going. Those things, they're going to be here any moment now. We're waiting on one more. He has the package. John, I'm no arguing with you. Jack, just wait 5 more minutes, please. Abbot approached the chopper to be greeted by Sergeant O'Connell, who patted him on the arm and held out his hand. Abbot, it's good to see you, my boy. Are you okay?
Fucking knackered. But I'm here.
Good. Now we haven't much time. Give me the pen drive.
Well, at least let me sit down first, sir.
Abbot, give me the fucking pen drive right now.
Alright. Calm down. Here it is.
Reluctantly, Abbot handed the flash drive over to the sergeant, who was now stepped into the chopper and was standing in the doorway, holding onto the handrail on the top of the door, and was hanging out. Ready when you are, old boy.
Wait a minute. What about me? Let me on.
Oh, Abbot. You didn't think I was being serious, did you?
No.
Come on, Jack, let's go.
No, don't you dare. You promised me. I risked my life to get that fucking thing. Who the hell do you think you are, you smarmy git? I have a right to be on the helicopter just as much as you do.
You have no right. You are just a grunt. Expendable. Like a used tissue. Throw you away when I'm done with you. Now kindly get the fuck off my helicopter.
No! Beth died trying to help get that fucking thing for you. Do you not even care?
Beth was just as pig-headed as you are. Best thing for her. If it wasn't the infected that got her, she probably would have tripped up on her own fucking rifle and got shot.
Fuck you!
Abbot removed his pistol from his holster, but the sergeant was quicker and removed his, pointing it at Abbot's head. The sound of the chopper had attracted a horde of the dead to come streaming out of the castle. Around 50 undead residents of Edinburgh approached the waiting vehicle.
You have no right to say her name.
Bethany Elizabeth Harper. You know the difference between me and you, Abbot?
I'm not a pretentious prick.
No. I have the balls to pull the fucking trigger.
Ah!
Abbot, bullet ripped through Abbot's shoulder, sending him crashing to the ground. As the sound of the gun going off echoed through the air, the groans from the dead, which were drowned out from the chopper, had now gotten louder the closer they got. The door to the chopper closed and the vehicle lifted off into the air, disappearing into the night, leaving Abbot on the ground surrounded by a horde of the dead.
Oh no! Oh, for God! I got you, you ugly fuck. No! No, get off! Get off now! Ah!
Pete and Danny looked on in horror at the scene which had just unfolded in front of them. The dead had reached Abbot, and his screams filled the air as they tore into him, ripping him apart, the sound filling their ears. They were left stunned, watching the sea of dead devour their teammate like a school of piranhas. With heavy stomachs like they'd just swallowed rocks, the pair quickly made their way back down the hill in the Royal Mile.
Jesus! Poor Abbot.
The guy was going to fuck us over, leave us behind. Got what he deserved. Come on, we need to meet the guys at Greyfriars.
As they reached the George IV bridge, they heard a familiar voice call their names from further down the street, and they looked to see Roach limping towards them.
Pete, Dani, oh thank God.
Roach, are you okay?
Leg's pretty fucked up. I'll be okay. Are you guys alright?
Where's Stevenson?
Pete, you have to understand.
Where is he, Roach?
He's...
For fuck's sake, Roach, where is he?
He got Ben. Stayed behind in the boat to distract the dead so I could get away. I tried, Pete. I tried to get out, but you know how stubborn he is. Was.
Ah! Fuck! Roach, what the hell? Why didn't you protect him?
Pete,
Don't Pete me. He was my best friend. My brother. Fucking hell.
He was mine too. I loved him.
Pete, it's not Roach's fault. You know as well as I do that Stevenson would not have gone quiet. He would have made a fuss.
Yeah, he did. There is some more bad news.
More? Wow, you really are treating me today, buddy.
Pete, enough. What is it, Roach?
Atlantis. Atlantis has got...
What?
Oh, Connell. He had it all planned. As soon as you guys left, he killed the guards and opened the gates. Let the dead in. I ran into Kevin and some others. They had been taken in by another group of survivors. They're held up in Mary King's Close.
What the fuck? Cal! Oh shit, Cal! Pete, I totally forgot about Cal! Oh my god, Roach, is Cal okay?
For fuck's sake, Roach, is he okay?
Dani suddenly realised that she'd left her little brother in Atlantis, and she broke into a run, bolting towards Mary King's Close.
Dani! Dani! Wait!
Dani bolted into Mary King's Close, past the guards who didn't even get a chance to react. She threw herself down the stairs and into the underground streets which lay beneath the cobbled roads of the Royal Mile. The roads stretched to the right and left, lit only by gas lamps, plunging the ancient street into a dull orange glow. The street was lined with large stalls selling goods from food, medicines and general supplies, and people stood around large barrels getting warm from the heat. From the walls, people emerged from the doorways staring at Dani, confused at what all the commotion was. Spray painted on the walls was a familiar symbol, a large circle with a tree in the middle, the words "Reborn" sprayed underneath. People walked past, staring at Dani, uttering dissatisfied whispers. Dani searched through the crowds of people, pushing them aside, finding nothing. She called out for her little brother.
Cal! Cal! Calvin!
Roach finally caught up with her, and before she knew what she was doing, she thrust her forearm into his throat and pushed him against the dark, wet wall, his head banging on the stone.
Dani, slow down. Let me explain.
Where is my brother, Roach? Where the fuck is he?
He's through here. Follow me.
Roach led Dani up the street, and through some of the old rooms laid out for the museum, which had now been turned into living quarters. Information boards covered with people's clothes, makeshift beds lined the walls, and people watched as they walked through. A few smiled, but the rest ignored them. A young girl skipped over to Dani as she passed and handed her a white flower. The centre was a bright yellow. The scent was intoxicating. Dani gave the little girl a half smile, and then she skipped back to her mother, who nodded solemnly, hugging her daughter tightly. Eventually they reached a wooden door, scuffed and worn, with a paper sign with the words "Private, do not enter" scribbled on it. Dani slowly pushed the door open, and the wood scraped on the stone, breaking the silence. Inside the room, the atmosphere was still, quiet. There were 5 people huddled around a wooden frame of a bed. On the floor in the corner of the room, under some dirt-covered sheets, she noticed 2 dummies. One, the torso of a man, was covered in boils, and the other dressed as a plague doctor. She turned away quickly and back to the group of people. As she approached, she could see her little brother laying in the bed, a white sheet pulled up to his chest, his little arm laying on it, wrapped in a thick blood-stained bandage. Dark rings under his eyes, his sweet innocent face was drenched in sweat, his mousy brown hair sticking to his forehead. His breathing was low, shallow, almost non-existent. Dani tried to speak, tried to let the words leave her mouth, but nothing. Eventually, after a few minutes of staring at her lifeless brother, words crept out.
Everyone get out. Get out. Just get out!
Pete caught up with Roach and grabbed him by the lapels, throwing him against the wall.
What the fuck happened?
Pete, I don't know, man. I know as much as I told you. I was with Stevenson. I went back to Atlantis to see it destroyed.
And the bag? You lost the bag. Because of you, Stevenson is dead. If you had just done your fucking job, fought back, none of this would have happened.
Fuck you. That in there is not my fault. That was O'Connell. He fucked us over, not me. I went and watched people I know, I care about get shot in front of me to get that stuff back, to get us here, to get him here.
I'm sorry, man. He was my best friend. He was my brother. My only family left.
I know. He was mine too. But look, you have Dani and Cal now, and they need you. She needs you.
I know. Right. Okay, where are we? Who are these people?
They call themselves the Reborn. They are people who went underground when the government were killing anyone who showed signs of infection. Pete, they are immune to the virus. There are loads of people who are. The government, they just didn't give them a chance. When I went to Greyfriars, there was like a lab up there where they were doing some tests or studies or something. When someone is bitten, it takes them an hour to turn. In extreme cases, 2.
Okay, look, we'll give Dani a minute, and then we'll go and speak to these people to find out more.
Dani stood in the room alone. The silence was terrifying. She stared at her brother's lifeless body, laying in the bed, still, peaceful. After a few moments, she leaned over and removed the bandage to reveal a large, deep bite mark in his forearm. She jumped back. Tears came heavy now, and she collapsed on the ground next to his bed. Her heart was broken.
Cal!
She slowly leaned up and stroked his long, mousy hair from his face, and through the tears started to sing his favourite lullaby, stroking his hair gently.
Gentle breeze from Hushpine Mountain softly blows o'er Lullaby Bay. It fills the sails of boats that are waiting to sail your worries away. So close your eyes on Hushpine Mountain, wave goodbye to cares of the day. Watch your boat from Hushpine Mountain sail far away from Lullaby Bay.
As Dani finished the lullaby, she stood up. She struggled to compose herself, tears flowing fast. With a shaking hand, she removed her pistol and pointed it at her brother's head. Pain and fear clutched at every fibre on her body. She pulled back the hammer with a click, her finger resting on the trigger.
Cal, I'm so sorry. Mom, I'm sorry I couldn't look after him. I had one job. One fucking job. I love you so much, little man. You were so strong.
As she tried to compose herself, tried to come to the realization about what was happening, a voice filled her head. A familiar and comforting voice.
Daniela, it's okay, darling. Let him go. It's my turn to look after him. I shouldn't have put that burden on you. I love you, darling. I love you.
Dani took a breath, composed herself, lifted her other arm to steady the gun, tears still streaming, her mother's voice still echoing in her head. Through the tears, she saw movement from the bed.
Dani?
The Fallen, an Eerie Earth production, written, edited and directed by Kieran Begg, starring Andrea Waite as Margaret Cunningham, Jessica Nichol as Olivia Dixon, Megan Chase as Dani Cunningham, Saxon Davids as Pete Kirkman, Jay Platt as Carl Stevenson, Rick Oldroyd as Abbot, Kieran Begg as Sergeant O'Connell, Andrew Lodge as Roach, Charlotte North as Beth Harper, Jake Bamford as Judas, and Chris Begg as Kevin Jones, and Max Dickinson as Cal. Additional voices supplied by Kieran Begg. Be sure to follow us on social media and eerieearth.com to keep up to date with future projects. Thank you so much for all the support throughout The Fallen. Bye bye for now. Sir, we've got an issue. I'm going to have to land. The engine light is on. Don't worry, we're across the wall. We'll be fine.
Well,